Hello everyone, welcome yet again to another video lecture. My name is Ashwin Joglekar from Resonance PCCP division. Today we are here with the chapter Globalization and the Indian economy. Now this chapter is part of your economics portion of class 10th. So let us quickly start with what is globalization, and related terms which we will be dealing with in this chapter are also liberalization and World Trade Organization and other things. Okay. So introduction, that is globalization is the integration between countries through foreign trade and investment by multinational companies. Now here multinational companies are again the agents which are promoting basically globalization or making a world a global place. In recent years, markets in India have also been transformed due to globalization. Now today, as consumers, we see a variety of products which are available to us in terms of quality, in terms of probably the choice which the consumer nowadays enjoy. Today there is a wide range of choices in goods which are available in Indian markets. Now the latest models of digital cameras, mobile phones, television, cars, and you name it, everything is available now, made by the leading manufacturers of the world, are within our reach. But this was not so prior to 1991, that again we will be looking at. The advances in communication, transportation and infrastructures have made possible this transformation of markets. In this chapter we will be reading on about all this, that whole world is becoming one well knit unit through liberalization and globalization. Now the basic ingredient which promote or which is helpful in promoting globalization is your multinational corporations, or called as MNCs. A multinational company is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation. That is why multi and national. MNCs set up offices and probably factories for productions in regions where they can exploit the scenarios or situations. That is, cheap labor is available, and again resources are also available for at a very reasonable prices in regions where they can get cheap labor and other resources. This is done so that the cost of overall production remains low, and that is how they can profit is low, and the MNCs can earn greater profits. Multinational corporations, they have changed the world economy. Now these are some of the logos. You can see Shell, then Nike, Coke and Ford and McDonald's. Multinational corporations have changed the world economy. That is, before the entry of MNCs, production was largely organized within our country, and even the people were not eyeing markets of, or the producers were not looking for markets that is beyond their limited reach. Countries used to trade in raw materials, foodstuff and finished goods, but with the entry of MNCs, economic activities of companies are getting spread over many countries. The goods and services are again being produced globally. An example can be of an Apple iPhone, that is which is designed, researched in America, and then probably it is being manufactured in China, then it is being assembled in South America or Eastern Europe, and further then it is sold in markets globally. So coming to the next point, that is interlinking production across countries. Now MNCs, they set up production where it is close to the markets, where there is skilled as well as unskilled labor available at low cost, and where the availability of other factors of production are also there is assured. In addition, MNCs also might look for governmental policies which actually encourage them to come and set up these units that look after their interest, where probably the labor laws are not that strict. MNCs set up production. Now these are different ways through which MNCs enter the foreign markets. The first one being setting up a production jointly with other companies, some of the local companies of these countries. The benefit to the local company is again of twofold. That is, first of all, the local company acquires the up-to-date technology which is available or which is being used by the MNCs. Apart from that, MNCs also bring in the much needed foreign investment for their again capacity expansions. That is again twofold here, which says first, MNC can provide money for additional investments like buying new machines for faster production, and second, MNCs might bring with them the latest technology also. The most common route for an MNC is to buy up the company, which is again very easy for them, as the GDP or as the profit of an MNC is much larger than some of the GDPs of the countries. So therefore MNC can easily acquire other companies. That is, they buy up local companies and then to expand production. MNCs with huge wealth and capital can quite easily do so. Another way in which MNCs can control production or they enter the markets is large MNCs in developed countries place orders for production in small countries with these small producers. The products are supplied to the MNCs, which then are again sold under the brand name of these MNCs. Then there are a variety of ways in which the MNCs are spreading their production and interacting with local producers in various countries. By setting up partnerships, that is joint ventures, by using the local companies for supplies, by closely competing either with them or buying them up. MNCs are exerting a strong influence on production at these distant locations. As a result, production is again being widely dispersed and also getting interlinked. Now, as everything has its advantages as well as disadvantages, so first we will be looking at the advantages of MNCs. First is availability of capital and foreign investment. Now, because multinational corporations, they themselves are huge giants, so they are bringing, if they are investing in some country, they are bringing the foreign investment, which is again required by any country. Multinational corporations help to solve the problem of capital and foreign investment of underdeveloped and developing countries. Most of the underdevelopment and why these MNCs prefer these markets of underdeveloped countries or developing countries, because labor is cheaply available there. Apart from that, they can easily exploit the natural resources as well. Because they suffer from lack of capital, consequently their rate of economic growth is very low. MNCs set up factories here and offices for production in these developing and underdeveloped countries and make high investments. The money that is spent, it should be make here, the money that is spent to buy assets such as land, holdings, buildings, machines and other equipment is again called investment, and investment by these MNCs is known as foreign investment. Now, MNC can be helpful in solving the problem of foreign exchange which they are generating of the underdeveloped countries. In 90s, India faced a huge shortage of foreign exchange, but with the entry of MNCs, it has surplus foreign exchange reserves now. Promotion of small scale industries, again most of the MNCs take help from the small scale local producers or small producers in terms of manufacturing, garments, footwear, sport items, etc. are examples of industries where production is carried out in a small way, and again they are supplying it to the bigger MNC. Out by a large number of small producers around the world, the products are then supplied to the MNCs, which then sell them again under their own brand names to the customers. Foreign trade and integration of markets. MNCs help in the integration of markets as large, and with the entry of MNCs, even the small countries have opened up their domestic markets for other countries, so that they can come and invest there, and at the same time they can also compete with the local companies also. But in that case, MNCs can always wipe out the local companies, because MNCs definitely have an advantage or edge over the other smaller producers. Now, MNCs, they also increase the foreign trade of a country. Foreign trade by the MNCs creates again an opportunity for the local producers to reach beyond the domestic markets and markets of their, that is markets of their own countries. Now, as we had discussed about the advantages, now the second point we are coming on is the disadvantage. Not everything is always having the pros. There are some cons or the negative side also for it. The first point here is harmful for the host country. Wherever the MNC is going and investing, it is definitely again harmful for the host country, probably in the long run. That is the main objective of the MNC, is to earn maximum profit. Any businessman or any person who is investing somewhere would look for the maximum returns. To achieve this objective, they invest their capital in underdeveloped and developing countries, and these MNCs further then overexploit the situations there, the natural resources of the host country. Big chunks of profit earned in underdeveloped countries go to the headquarters of the MNCs. Harmful for the local producers, because local producers are in no capacity to compete with much more better MNC. MNCs place orders for production with small producers. The products produced are again sold by MNCs under their own brand name. names, that is MNCs have tremendous power to determine manufacturing conditions for the local producers. The history has shown that most of these local producers have failed to compete with the MNCs, so either they have perished or their units have been shut down or probably taken over by the MNCs. Again, harmful for the economic equality. Why? Because MNCs again support that is rich becoming richer and the poor becoming poorer. MNCs have been proved harmful to the goal of economic equality as such. Then regional inequality also has further aggravated because of them. MNCs are interested in only in those particular regions where all facilities are probably available to them at the lowest cost. So therefore they would not be interested in investing in such a place where all these things are not available. So therefore if a MNC is investing in a particular region, that region will be developed and other regions may not be developed as the other regions. So therefore hence these regions develop very rapidly and other regions remain underdeveloped or undeveloped. MNCs pay more salaries and perks to their employees than other employees. This widens the again gap between the income of the laborers, giving rise to again economic inequality. Harmful for freedom also, that is MNCs also prove detrimental, that is negative to the economic and political freedom of the host countries, because MNCs with their huge wealth may also try and dominate the political affairs of that particular host country. These dabble in the politics of the country. MNCs were at the back of armed insurgents in many of the host countries, and these corporations make all efforts to bring to power those people again which are on the side of these MNCs. A political party that is favorably inclined towards them. Thus it is not possible for the rulers of the host countries to pursue nationalistic, economic and political policies. Now again in a tabular format, some of the advantages and disadvantages of the companies have been MNCs have been mentioned. They create jobs, but again lower paid salary, get more reliable income than farming, but working hours are more and in poor conditions. Skilled as well as a worker by offering training. Profits made will return to the home based countries. Spend money to improve the local infrastructures. Encourage a lot of traffics and increase pollution. New technology and skills are brought to the poorer countries. Job which are created aren't secure and able to relocate. Local companies supply increase their income. Other local companies may struggle to find business or worker so that they might shut down. Next is foreign trade and integration of markets. Again, as MNCs come and they invest, and any investment which is made by a foreign company is known as foreign investment. So foreign trade again creates an opportunity for producers to reach beyond their own domestic markets. Now again they also are having a wider area under their control, that is in terms of where they can sell their produce. Now if you are only selling your particular commodity or produce to a limited area, your profits will remain limited, but as you expand your area where you can supply your commodities, definitely your profits will also increase. So it has helped them in reaching beyond the domestic market, that is markets of their own countries. Producers now can sell their produce not only in markets located within the country but also outside, or also compete in markets abroad. Similarly for the buyers, again this becomes quite useful, so that now they can have choice, and once there are different producers selling the same kind of commodity in the market, obviously the prices also come down. That is for the buyers, import of goods produced in another country is one way of expanding the choice of goods beyond what is domestically produced, and with the opening of trade, goods travel from one market to another, choice of goods in the market rises, and prices of similar goods in the two markets tend to become stable or equal, and producers in the two countries now closely compete with each other. And again now definitely, because if both producers are competing for the consumers, now they will also want to develop their on their own technology and also providing the best to the customer in terms of quality. So producers in the two countries now closely compete against each other, and even though they are separated by thousands of miles. Foreign trade thus results in connecting the markets or integration of markets in different countries. Moving on to the next point is globalization. Now globalization is the process of again rapid integration of or interconnection between countries. Now there can be various levels of globalization, that is producers and sellers from outside India can enter Indian markets, and same way Indians can also enter the international market. Entrepreneurs from outside India or outside can invest in India, same way Indian entrepreneurs can also invest outside India, and Indian labor can go and work outside, and even the foreign labor can come and work in India, out of India in search of better job opportunities. Same way laborers from outside can enter India. Now factors which have enabled this globalization are again rapid development in terms of transport and communication and IT sector. That is, rapid improvement in technology has been one major factor that has stimulated the globalization process all over. Several improvements in terms of transportation technology has made much faster delivery of goods across long distances possible at much lower cost. And again information and communication technology have also played a major role in spreading out production of services across countries. For example, call centers. Now many of the major giants or MNCs have their call centers located in the metro cities of India. So it was all possible because of the development of the information and technological communication technology. Okay, now next we will be taking up with the topic liberalization. Thank you so much.